Good morning, everyone. I'm Justin, and we're here at the 2025 Newmar dealer meeting, and we're going to be looking at some more of the 2026 changes that are happening with Newmar. Today we'll be doing the Newmar Dutch Star, the 4081. So this is their second best-selling floor plan. It's known as their kitchen model. So you'll have once we get inside, you'll get to see the ample kitchen space that they have. But right now we're going to start on the outside. So this Newmar is actually equipped with the new Onyx package that they started last year. So what you actually get with that is all of your badging, your Newmar badging, Dutch Star badging. That's going to be black. Your mirrors are going to be black. Handles are going to be black instead of the nice chrome. And then as we go down the side, you'll actually see all this black trim. So that is a separate option, but most people do that with the Onyx package. And then you also comes with the black American Racing aluminum wheels. As we work our way down this one, you do have the powered Girard window awnings on it and an outdoor TV. So it is raised up over here, so it actually protects the TV from the sun and provides a little bit of protection from the glares on it. So we're going to open up all the bays on this one, kind of do a quick walkthrough on it just so you can see some of the new stuff on it. So you do have the pneumatic tray down here. You pull it out. It opens far enough to where you can actually get into this with the slide open. So it doesn't impede with anything. And you can actually set this as a fridge or a freezer. So one thing that they implemented was this upper shelf in here, because it used to be a bunch of dead space. So then put this little shelf so you can actually utilize some of the storage under here now. This will be your first big pass-through bay. While you're under here, you can actually get a good look at Newmar Star Foundation. They utilize that in pretty much every one of their floor plans. What that does is it lifts the floor off of the frame rails, so it helps protect that tile floor as well as mitigates a lot of the road and chassis vibrations that you get while driving through. Has a big slide through tray. So it goes through both sides. It comes about 2/3 of the way out. So you don't have to reach in and crawl for all of your stuff. This will be your second one. This bay will actually cover about half. The storage tray will cover half of it. And then you can also see your awning controls, slide room controls all up here, and then access to the central vacuum system. The central vacuum down here can be used to clean your storage space. So this was actually one of the changes for last year. Newmar used to do a little pegboard in here. You could put some storage stuff in, but what they did is they put all the brains for the electrical in the coach right here and made it easily accessible. So whenever you're having any electrical repairs, it's a lot easier to deal with than finding all the wires inside of the coach and all the fuses. Back here, they do a tag axle on 40-foot and above coaches. With that rear tag axle, it's actually a steerable tag. So you can get 17 degrees of turn out of it at slow speeds, or when you're backing up, it'll air down that axle and it just helps prevent tire scrub. While we go around here, Avin, if you want to look up at the side of the slide. So the Dutch Star is pretty much the #1 selling diesel coach in the country. It's one of the first levels where Newmar actually paints the sides of the slide wall instead of having just all black right there. So just one of the little extra steps they do to transition the paint over and just make it much more of a finished look. This last one's going to be chassis batteries and some brains for it. When we get back here, this one was optioned with the Spartan K2 chassis. So your Dutch Stars are always going to have a 450 horse motor. It's going to be the ISL block. It's an 8.9 liter. So 1250 pounds of torque, plenty of motor to go, and then 15,000 pound tow capacity. You also have the 7-way plug as well as an air connection for your Air Force One. As you can see, all the engine bay back here, the Dutch Stars implement the side mount radiator. So as we work our way around to the left, you can actually see it. So this is where you would see the side radiator. Above that, you can see more of the Onyx badging, where they black it out. This is the opposite side for the DEF fill, so you can fill DEF from both sides as well as the fuel. Little mini storage spot between the axles. You can put sewer hoses, some tools there, anything that you would like. We get into the water bay, so it is a little dark in here, but they do have an LED light in there. You have a macerator hose here, your dump valve here, the cubby so you can put it out, or you can just run the hose out, and your freshwater hose is on a power cord reel. Electrical bay. So you'll have an automatic transfer switch with a built-in surge protector, be the large black box over there, and then 50 amp power cord reel. So they have that ran down to get power to make sure the coaches stay charged, as well as cable inlets. This will be your Oasis, so it's hydronic heating. When you have that, this is an all-electric coach, so there's not even a propane tank mounted on this. The other side of the main pass-through. So we pull that out, you can actually see how far it comes out. So even with that slide open, we can still access most of our stuff. This is gonna be your 8 AGM house batteries. They're mounted on a slide tray, so it's easily accessible and serviceable. So it just makes it a little bit easier if you ever have to swap a bad battery or swap all of them. The last bay up here is going to be a lot of the brains for the generator, as well as your generator pull cord. If you want to pan up, you can actually see the outside of the driver window out here. It is a powered driver window. They put the gas struts on the hood, so it just makes it a little bit easier. It is equipped with an 8K only and quiet diesel generator. And then when you have the Dutch Star, they actually put this on a hydraulic slide tray, so it makes getting to the back of it and servicing it that much easier. We're gonna head inside and we'll show some of the new changes for the interior. So one of the new changes for the 2026 Newmar Dutch Star is actually this specific wood color. So it's called Chestnut Glaze, and this is the one where it's actually split. So you have the summit on top in the kitchen and living area, as well as the maple glaze down. So this is their new matte finish. They call it suede, I believe. This is the color they do. That's one of the biggest changes. With Newmar Dutch Stars, it's one of your most customizable diesel floor plans. There's actually like 18 different combinations of wood colors that you can do. Chassis-wise, there's 5 different combinations. And then interior decor, let's see, looks like there's 4 interior decor colors, as well as a few different leather colors. So all of the furniture in here is gonna be your villa furniture. So it's gonna be nice, more home finish. One of the 2026 changes, they actually put the solid surface countertop here. So anybody that likes to drink cold wines, whiskeys, ice, anything that's cold, you don't get the condensation on that wood panel or the leather, so you don't have to worry about damaging that. But we'll start on this left side and work our way around. So you do have the bed that pulls out into this. When we get one of these at the store, we'll actually demo all the different sleeping arrangements in here. TV's across from the feeder seating. Sound bar mounted up above, so that's normal. Little AV cabinet that's prepped with HDMI, satellite, as well as a couple additional outlets in here. So they finished that nice. You'll have cabinets on each side of it. You can actually see like the framing that they utilize for the slide room up here. So what that does is you lose a little bit of storage space, but it's just to reinforce the structure of the slide. So one of the main reasons that they call this the kitchen model is you have a very like cooking focused kitchen. So you have a big fold out countertop right here, or pull out countertop, as well as really deep drawers that go with it. So they are full extension drawers. They do have the soft close implemented with them, and it's just a push button and some magnets to keep it in and out. So it's really easy to do there. They still do the solid surface countertops with the removable induction. So you'll see that in a lot of our videos where we talk about being able to take that outside, cooking outside for the people that don't want the smells inside of their camper. This one is actually optioned with the day and night power shades. So all of the shades that are in this coach you can raise and lower with the push of a button. So you'd come over to the panel and just raise them up. So while we're still in the kitchen area, you can see the Whirlpool convection microwaves. Ample amounts of storage. Get the push locking drawers. Adjustable shelving in the kitchen. Not all pans are the same. More storage there. And then big farm sink, but they actually do put a little divider in there. So one thing that's unique to Newmar is they'll use these smoked glass mirrors in just blank wall areas. So it helps open up the space a little bit, and then without being too much of an eyesore for it being bright. Trash can area down here. Do have a dishwasher. And then a thin drawer up here for your utensils and any of the cooking utensils that you want. Down on the bottom left, you do have the kick sweep for the central vacuum, as well as the hose connection. So we saw that underneath. That's where it comes in from inside the coach and flows down to that. So while we're over here, we'll look at the main controls in this one. So the home is going to display your battery and your fresh tank levels, as well as going to be a lot of your light master controls. AGS settings, so you could set it up for voltage demand or for temperature demand. So if you're one that keeps pets or anything inside, you can make sure they're protected and the generator will kick on to cool the coach down or warm it up. You do have floor heat in this one, so there's 3 zones of floor heat. In the Dutch Stars, we work our way around the slide room floors that they use. When they're tile, they're actually tied into the heating system as well as the engine hatch cover. So your fans, these are going to be your Fantastic fans or Max Air fans, whichever you know them as. Your shade controls, so you can do the different zones of shades, or you can just do all of them with all the master switches. HVAC controls, you're going to have 2 ACs on a 40-foot model. They are going to be 15K ACs. They will have heat pumps, and also you will have your Oasis hydronic heating for inside. So the burner, AC, 1 electric element, or you can do 2 electric elements. And the stool room heater is just a designated heater for in the bathroom. The Bluetooth is for connecting it to your phone. Your lights is going to be your master lights as well as your individual room settings. Next, we'll go into the half bath. So this will be the one that you utilize while the slides are all closed and you're on the road. When you get back to the bedroom, you're going to have a king bed back here. There's going to be ample storage under the bed. You'll have the 2-foot collapsing chairs for there, and this one comes with the Premier Air mattress option. So the bed's going to be adjustable depending on how firm or soft that you like the bed to be. Up here is a Newmar standard. You're going to have an outlet up here, as well as on the left and right sides there will be a little black cubby that you can run air hoses through, power cords, or whatever you need. A lot of people put CPAPs up here, leave the cabinet door open just so it's getting the air that it needs. And then you'll have windows on both sides of the bed for cross ventilation. When we work our way back here, the 4081 is just a smaller version of their 4369 floor plan. So the main differences between those two is that it's going to be a smaller bathroom in the 4081, but it also shaves off 3 feet of motorhome for those that don't want that true 43-footer. So the bathroom is going to be a tile bathroom. You can step into it. You have lots of space, plenty of ceiling height in here, as well as the teak bench. And then it actually has the cubbies for soap, even with the little bar. So you could leave this in here while traveling. So that it is an adjustable shower head. You do have a grab handle in here. And then as Newmar features, they all utilize that shower miser. So while we're down low, so you have the engine access cover. So this is one of the zones for the heated tile flooring. So this actually plugs into the rest of the electrical system that's in the floor. So that way you don't have just cold tile here with the rest of the bathroom being warm. Down here you'll have ample amounts of storage underneath the sink in the bathroom. Again, still maintaining the soft close, the hardwood cabinetry all the way through. You'll have a lot of counter space, even though this is supposed to be the smaller bathroom. So small bowl sink, large counter space all the way through. You see they bring the Summit color back up into the bathroom, so you get a little bit of contrast. There's an outlet up here. To the left, you'll have an electric flush toilet. The push button to it being right next to it. More storage up above it. Then you'll have your egress door back here. So you'd pop this panel behind it. As the ladder, unbutton it, it'll flip down to the ground. So this panel is just held on with magnets, so it's pretty easy to take on and off. So we'll start working our way towards the right side of the coach and work our way back up to the front. So in this, you're going to have your hanging storage in the bathroom. You have a couple more drawers down below. And then one small cabinet. And then this is also where they put your stackable washer and dryer. So the washer dryer being in the back bathroom, it kind of gets it out of the hallway, out of the bedroom, just out of the way. So you don't get all the noise. So now we're going to work our way down the driver's side of this coach, the left side for me. You'll have hanging on both sides of the TV. You'll have one drawer here with the double extension, so it gets past that cabinet and you can get out of it easily. That's going to be your AV cabinet with all your controls for the TVs and stuff back here. You'll have one more drawer. And then again, they utilize the more floor in here. It's going to be the same tile that's on the rest of the coach, and this does have the heated flooring tied into it. So even though that's a slide room floor and it's not insulated the same as the main chassis, it's still going to be able to be warmed by your electric heating element in the floor. Pantry, same cabinets where you push and pull. You'll have 6 of those. Residential fridge. So French doors up there, 2 drawers in the bottom, built-in ice maker. A lot of people are wondering what the plastic piece is now. That's the new travel lock that they're introducing. So it makes it a little bit easier without having that metal thing right there, or that screw that people were always having to deal with. So this one has the dinette. Some people use it as a computer workstation. You have those 2 collapsible chairs that we saw under the bed. So this pulls out, gives you more space. There's drop downs for here if you want to run power down underneath, and as well as there's a lot of storage underneath all of this. You could put a printer tray down here, drawers up here. A lot of different uses for this area, and it gives it a little bit more fit and finish look than your standard booth dinette, because some people, when they're buying this, they don't want the restaurant look that you get with a lot of booth. So this was optioned with theater seats. So there's 3 different options that you can have here. You can have the standalone recliners, which is 2 separate recliners. You have 1 long couch, or you can have the theater seats. So the theater seats are electric. You just push a button, they come out, and then they'll just keep going down. So if you're older, you want to take a nap, you can. In between them, you still have the big cubby that Newmar is known for. So you have a little shelf that slides in and out of position, as well as big for anything that you want to put in here. Blankets, some people put games, magazines, any of that. There's just ample amounts of storage space where you lose a lot of storage space with a lot of other manufacturers. One of the things they do is people always want more storage space. So they carry cabinetry all the way through above on the driver's side slide. So you'll have it's one big pass through for this section, and then this third section is where they do one big pass through as well. So you can put a lot more stuff up here. As we work our way to the front, this will be the last little section of it. You have your captain's chair and your co-captain's chair. One of the things for Dutch Star is this dual screen. So it's 2 10-inch screens next to each other. One's going to be designated for radio, navigation, and then one is designated for your cameras. So you can go through the different camera options and choose where it's going. This specific one's optioned with Mobileye. So you'll have cruise control settings on it, and lane assist. You will have a lot of controls up here. So electric visors up there, it'll be a day and a night shade. And dock light controls up here, overhead fans up here for defrost. You can choose high, medium, and low on those. Gen start is also up here. You can lock your entry door from up here. Air horn courtesy lights are for entry door. So whenever it's dark out, you can have courtesy lights on so you're not walking into a pitch black coach. Another visor control on the right side. On the steering wheel controls, you're going to have wipers, call, volume controls, as well as the controls for the main display up here. While we're at the dealer show, they have all the chassis batteries turned off, so we can't really play with all the options on there. With the Spartan chassis, you get your engine brake controls on this left side over here, as well as your gear selector off to the left as well. So you'll have reverse, neutral, and drive, and then the plus or minus is to shift through your gears or to limit what gear your coach will go into if you're traveling down mountains and such. The leveling controls will also be over there. But yeah, that is about it for this one. It's a 2026 Newmar Dutch Star 4081. So we're here at the Newmar dealer convention, and I'm Justin with Transwest Truck Trailer RV. If you want more information on this or anything else that we have at this dealer meeting, you can reach me at 404-936-6215.